So doing meaningful work is rewarding in itself. When you do meaningful work, it's rewarding in itself. So I enjoy what I do. Everything that I do, I enjoy it. At this stage of my life, I don't do anything I don't enjoy or I do anything I don't want to do. So I do, and that's why I say for a long while I work for free because I love the things I do. I love the things I do. I do the things I love. I love my job as an engineer. Uh, I love my job as a pastor. I love my job as a teacher. I love my job as a trainer. I love my job here, going through book teaching. Uh, I love my job as a farmer. I love my job as a businessman and investor. So I'm motivated to do everyone. I was talking to one of my bros yesterday, and I was just wondering, I hope he's not disturbing you, but I do a lot. I've been adding more to it. Setting up a business here, soon here in another country, right? I enjoy doing it. I do the things I love. I love the things I do. If you can find the things you love, or you fall in love with the things you do, you'll be able to do more, the child's play. So doing meaningful work is rewarding in itself, and we're willing to do more work for less, right? We're willing to do more work for less pay when we feel our work has some sort of purpose, no matter how small it is, no matter how small the work, if you can find purpose in it, you tend to want to do more, right? So hard work without meaning is a prison. If you're doing hard work and there's no meaning to it, you feel like you're in a prison. But if you're doing hard work and there's meaning, you feel like you're in heaven. That's my experience, right? The key to lasting high performance in any field is to find a compelling mission. Find a compelling mission, one for which you are willing to suffer a lot of lactic acid. Like I say, that's what we did for our farm. We had to find a compelling mission. Our compelling mission is changing lives. That's why I'm motivated to do it. I don't mind the hard work because it's all to the end of changing lives. Right? We're setting up another company. That's the same tag we're giving to it, changing lives. So I'm able to then put in my whole heart to it. People call it hard work. I call it nothing. I'm enjoying myself, right? It's because I find that meaning. I find a compelling meaning in it. So if you want to do something that you'll give your whole self to it, find a compelling meaning to it. It doesn't have to be there in itself. You can synthesize one that will help you get motivated, right? For me, I did it for a farm. We didn't have to farm to change lives. But I said that will help me such that the money is not the reason for my doing it. I needed a reason for doing what we are doing out there other than money, right? It had to be something bigger than me. So that's how I synthesized that mission is to change lives. Change lives, starting with our own lives, obviously, the lives of the people that come to work for us, the life of our host community, and the greater public, right? But it's changing lives. And that's what I'm able to do with whole heart, right? It's not hard work for me. It's just enjoyment because I find meaning in it, right? Why is the most powerful psychological question to boost motivation? Why? Why do we do it? Why are we farming? Why are we setting up a company in Botswana? Right? Why do I do what I'm doing here? Change lives. Change lives. Change lives. That's my compelling meaning. Right? Much more important than what? Right? The why is more important than what? Any individual or organization must ask themselves why they do what they do and what would happen if they didn't. I do it to change lives. What will happen if I didn't? The lives will not be changed, at least not by me, not by the dimension that God has put in my life. Right? It will be from other people's dimension, but not mine. They will miss the dimension God has through me. Right? That's why I do it. That's why I enjoy doing it. Right. And last slide here, we'll finish today, is the form of motivation that brings a person or an organization to one goal will not necessarily bring them to the nest, to their nest. Often motivation has to be reignited. Visions must be renewed and meaning deepened in order to maintain motivation. I said that earlier on. As you look for role models, when you attain what it is that you're a role model in one person, that should not be the end of your life. Find another role model to take you to the next destination. Another one, another one, another one. Right? If we ever get to the end of our changing lives, which will never, then we'll find something else that will keep us being motivated, being being pushed. We'll find another why. We have fulfilled one why. We have find another why. Otherwise, we'll start retrogressing because there's nothing to motivate us. There's no dare to seek for. But there has to always be a dare to seek for. So that then we have a reason to put in the energy, a reason to learn, a reason to grow, to attain. Right? So that's the end of the book. Again, chapter 8 here talks about who wants it most. You need to want it. You need to have a hunger. You need to have a desire. Otherwise you will not work at a top level performance. So I hope it's blessed you.